Hey, this is Dan.
Bob.
Eric.
And Dr. Aggro.
From GigaBoots.com. That was counterclockwise. That was pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, I honestly, I felt spatially lost while we were doing it.
Oh no.
It's like I put my stereo headphones on backwards.
Where am I? When am I?
What is truth? How do we know?
I love back in the day when you just you hook up the cables and like say you got a shitty TV. It doesn't tell you which one's red, which one's right. So like you fucking hook it up and you just hope for the best. And for some reason it takes you forever to find out, but you did it backwards until somebody's like sorry is up on your face on the left, and she's just like, hey, and you hear it out of the right, and you're like, God, this whole time, really?
Man.
Until then, your ears are just like, something's wrong.
Something's just
wrong.
slightly off. I don't know.
I don't know. During that whole generation of TVs, I had an RF switch.
So you missed that.
Yeah.
Enjoy that vicariously through that story.
I will enjoy that. I will.
Yeah.
I have a slightly similar counter story where I was fucking with my TV one day and I turned the green all the way up. And then I forgot about it, I guess. And like years later, I'm watching Aqua Teen Hunger Force on a different TV. I'm like, why does everything look... And the epiphany just hits me. Oh shit!
Everything I know is wrong.
Oh, I'm in the Matrix.
So yeah.
We have all own televisions.
Whoa. Is this real? Yes, no.
It's great to grow up in America.
I'm going to turn this down real quick. This is very inconveniently placed for me to make minute adjustments during this podcast. Okay. So.
Podcast over. All right.
Podcast over. That was a good one. I would like to thank Aggro for showing up, Eric for showing up, Bob for not being... You know what? No, never mind. You don't get one. So, good night, everybody. Good night. But no, we're doing a podcast. Shit's real. It's sinking in. I'm a little terrified. I keep looking at the door, and you guys are blocking me off from it, and that's probably a good thing because I would probably be gone if you
ride
weren't
that
doing
fear.
that.
Embrace it.
Use it.
Oh,
Let it
God.
flow over and past you.
So it is written in the Book of Rage.
I will forever love that reference.
Oh yes,
Forever.
Just because it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Like then you learn his backstory, and he's even crazier than you thought.
Right? You think a guy who's peddling something called the Book of Rage is crazy, but then you find out more about the guy, and you're like, even crazier. Wow, you did it.
Damn.
Good job. Fuck.
You shouldn't be this crazy.
You won the platinum at the Crazy Olympics.
So, random anecdote before we get into what we've been playing for the last week. Actually, before that, we're going to take a break partway through this to eat a random thing that I picked up at an Asian store. It's called Shupao. It is fucking green as a motherfucker. It is some weird meat dumpling thing, so we're supposed to mic it for like 20, 30 seconds, and then just eat it straight.
That was a meat product, and it was green.
Yep.
Your photo looked like neither of those descriptors.
Yep. So we're going to eat that, and then we're all going to come back and regale you with the experience.
Hopefully
but first,
we're all going to come back from that.
Yeah.
a quick anecdote. Did you hear about Jerry Seinfeld saying that the Lego movie ripped off his Superman Green Lantern joke? It was very amusing. I just heard about it, like saw the little sentence, and I was like, I know that's bullshit. Clicks.
I was unaware he had a joke like that.
How bullshit is this? Well, apparently he did an internet-only ad for American Express 12 fucking years ago. Right? So no one had a chance to see this, right?
Off limits forever. No one
No,
can make that
even
joke
better
again.
than that. The whole joke is Superman may not like Green Lantern. That's the full depth of the joke.
Whoa.
See, the joke was he shows up at the Grand Canyon. Jerry Seinfeld's hanging out with Superman. Which is how Jerry Seinfeld wrote it. So in any case, he's hanging out with Superman. They're traveling the countryside in a car.
Right.
And he gets out and he's like, hey, lady, can you take this picture of me and him? And she's like, oh, yeah, sure. And it's this old fat white lady. And she goes to take the picture. And she's like, my dad was saved by Green Lantern once. Do you know Green Lantern? And he's like, yeah, I do. Yup. Because it's Patrick Warburton. Because, of course, the only person we get to voice act Superman on TV has to be the Tick. Question mark?
That's how that works.
But in any case, so they just keep dragging it out. It's that joke of she won't shut up about the Green Lantern and how cool he is, and Superman's just like, take the goddamn picture already. It's like the tone, but no one actually says it. It doesn't deliver on the cusp. It just stays there on the cusp. That was the whole joke.
All right.
So in the movie, Superman and Green Lantern basically think each other's are dicks.
Right.
And somehow that's stealing that joke. Even though that joke doesn't even seem to be that. It just seems to be, I wish this woman would take this goddamn photo. This isn't interesting.
Isn't Jerry Seinfeld too rich to be that much of an asshole?
Yes.
You're never too
sure
rich
he
to
wasn't
be
kidding?
that much of an asshole.
That's wrong.
There's levels of asshole.
All right.
And I think that one's especially high. You need to be nowhere near that rich to be that much of an asshole. Maybe he just feels bad because he hasn't been relevant to culture in a really long time. Which is why every time somebody, my brother did this recently, he's like, Jerry Seinfeld and this guy, two of the funniest men in comedy. I'm like, Jerry, really? Really? In 2014?
The rest
he had all those Super Bowl ads now. He does
did.
one once a year.
He did, yep.
That's relevant.
Uh-huh.
And it's not like comedy is subjective or anything.
Funniest.
Yeah, he's the funniest.
He's the most funny.
I think we have to look at this like a physics problem. Jerry Seinfeld is the funniest in the 90s.
So,
like
adjust for comedy inflation?
If you put a frictionless comedian, a spherical frictionless comedian in a vacuum.
Does he need to be at absolute zero?
So wait, Steve's mind is a vacuum?
A spherical frictionless vacuum.
Oh, hey, real quick, are you going to the movie thing tomorrow?
I'm unaware of a movie thing tomorrow.
Why does he keep doing this?
Oh, wait, that one?
Yes.
I don't know why that in my head worked.
There's a thing with movies.
I'm sorry. The movie thing in my head is going to the movies.
The movie.
We're just going
the
to,
thing.
We're just going to Steve's to watch movies. Right.
Home movies. Special movies, Steve. No, I'm lying.
You want to watch a movie? No, you want to make a movie?
So Phil,
Super no.
Phil is like a regular listener of the podcast. I'm not sure if you know.
Right. Uh-huh.
We know this guy named Phil. There's your context for the name Phil now. So in any case,
the Phil.
So the Phil listens to his podcast. He meets Eric because they needed to meet for movie project stuff. He, for some reason, he was absolutely certain Eric was my brother.
Oh.
Happened.
Which is funny because it's happened
hair.
more
Like
than once.
from the podcast or just how you guys look?
Yes.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. In a gas station, we were talking to each other, waiting to check out, and some dude's like, "You two brothers?" Which, you know, who the fuck says that? One. And two, it's just like, why are you saying... I don't know. There were layers of...
You guys are both white and have brown hair.
I know, it's a superpower.
Are you guys protagonists?
We are. We're very pro to our own ends, yes. Pro to our ends. Our ends are pro material. Top tier ends right here. So there's our funny, not gaming anecdote for the week. So no one else gets
Our
to tell
only
any.
one. We don't know.
We're done.
That's it.
That was our quota. We met it.
Good.
God damn it.
But I have so many witty observations about life and having a job and a family.
Then write a movie.
Fuck.
No, really, write a movie. We'll go film it. We're weird.
All right, you all heard it. He said if I write a movie, he'll go film it.
God damn it.
And then Dan robbed a bank. I really think this is stretching the boundaries here.
What was
Dr. Aggro, family man.
So I'm sitting there and talking about we're not going to do one of those beggy Kickstarters, you know, where it's like, we need to make our dreams. No, it's going to be one of those, we already made it. We just thought it would be fucking cool to give you something that you can only get from this. So, but one of the ridiculous tiers, because we couldn't think of anything above a very low number. I was like, fuck it, $10,000. We'll append whatever video you make to the end of the movie. 30 seconds long, no nudity, no hate speech, go.
No hate speech.
No hate speech.
Really?
Yep.
We're going to throw down the no hate speech rule.
Yes.
We can. You can't.
You can. That is exactly how it goes.
Blacks. I honestly have not listened any further into that podcast. I keep getting that far and just wetting myself and turning it off.
Good.
Oh, for the sake of canon, I regurgitated Aggro back up.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Eric never swallows. It's a strain on our relationship.
Bob, what you been playing?
Oh, wow.
Too slow, Eric! No, really, Bob.
I've been playing new Final Fantasy. The
14?
Lightning Returns.
Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think that's the full title.
Okay.
X has a decimal Y.
Because
Duodecimalic.
kept dropping more
Accent
and
core
more.
plus.
R.
Crisis.
I did. We did it. Oh wait, HD collection.
I thought Crisis was just like what they appended on the news story.
Crisis! Another Final Fantasy came out. Ah!
Fucking Crisis Gate. A Palooza.
So how's Lightning Returns?
That game is weird.
Yeah.
Like, really weird.
Yeah.
I think the biggest mistake in it, though, this is something I wouldn't guess from the demo. You don't level up. And that kind of, like, murders the fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you level up from doing quests.
Yeah, you complete quests and stuff, but on the field, if you're not, like, killing something that's going to give you an item for a quest, then there's no point in fighting something. So really, you're just netting negative from fighting something a lot of times. And it's like, why did they do this?
I think they were like, here's been my theory this whole time, which a lot of people have agreed with. This wasn't a Final Fantasy game.
Right.
They needed more sales, and for some reason, they thought Final Fantasy had the clout necessary to move copies anymore. So they made this into Final Fantasy, and originally it was, hey, remember Majora's Mask? Imagine if we made Majora's Mask. Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty neat.
Only with less dramatic tension.
I don't know.
Honestly, the Majora's Mask wouldn't be that much different if we made it. It'd just be a little more obvious in the horror.
How can you get more obvious
if
than
we
a fucking
made
moon
it,
with a face in the sky crashing into the earth?
Melting flesh. Radiation. There are terrible, terrible things the human body can do to itself.
We'd have made that whole Lon Lon subplot just a little longer and a
yeah.
little worse.
Yeah,
a little
there you
bit
go.
more in-depth and graphic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That mask salesman probably would have fucked you.
So does it really play like that?
Probably.
Where you just, every moment, you're just viscerally aware of, this could have so easily not been this.
Yeah, it does. It feels like that. And I was playing this thinking, well, maybe like Valkyrie Profile. Because that was their kind of like time-based thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're playing as a god down there to save souls. I'm like, well, this is...
Could have
Lightning God?
Lightning's
What?
a goddess angel thing.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
she made a deal
and
with
she
God.
goes to Earth.
She is the savior. And that's...
Right.
They keep saying that she's being turned into something more or less than human.
Okay.
So
if you wanted to... Lightning
I
was even less emotion in her.
Oh, cool.
I have absolutely no context for any 13 lore, so
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just going to take that at face value.
it doesn't mesh.
They kind of make it mesh, but at the same time, it's like, that's really weird.
So how does this timing system work?
You have a set amount of days.
Yeah, there's literally start with 6 days left, and you can increase the days by saving souls, and you can increase it all the way up to 13 days.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
And you just die if you hit the end of that time, is what people are saying.
I guess. I don't know. I obviously haven't hit the end of that time. That is a long time. Like, one thing that makes it a lot weirder than Majora's Mask, where, okay, you got those 3 days, and you have a mechanic to turn back time.
Yeah.
You don't have anything like that. You only have this one large time frame.
And you run it once, and that's probably it. But who knows? Maybe at some point you find something.
In that regard, I have heard that replaying the game is heavily encouraged.
Huh.
Right, any game with a time limit seems to be that.
But like they carry over stats and equipment and stuff.
Oh,
okay. So it's very new game plus.
Good.
Okay, cool. That's what it should be.
Right.
I plays Lightning in Dead Rising.
It kind of reminds me of Way of the Samurai 2.
All I'm
Or
thinking
3.
is I miss
Bob,
Chuck
can
Green.
you name a game that doesn't remind you of Way of the Samurai?
Most games, yeah.
I'm pretty sure every
No.
game I have ever talked to you about has reminded you of Way of the Samurai.
That's not true. For example, Skyrim. Bob's like, except for that one quest.
Man, I love Tetris. You know what reminds me of Tetris?
Have you tried Puyo Puyo Tetris?
No.
They made it one game. Either player, any of the players can choose which one they're playing. Puyo Puyo, which is Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine for those less versed.
Oh.
Or Tetris.
Or Kirby's
and you'll
Avalanche.
send shit at or Kirby's Avalanche. You'll send shit at each other in the rules set that applies to each.
Weird.
Yeah, I still don't know that it's balanced at all.
Well, yeah.
I have no frame of reference for a good Puyo Puyo player.
Can this genre explode, please? So people who keep trying to get me to play Candy Crush, I can just play columns and fuck them up.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I was like, we need columns and anything else. Because fucking columns.
And Super Hang On. Let's go.
You play columns, I'll play Sudoku. Let's go.
Now I'm sitting here and I'm
Columns and Mavis Beacon teaches typing.
Yeah, that's where we're going with that.
Oh,
okay.
yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at this amazing kimchi mac and cheese, or mac and kimchi.
Yeah.
Or it's kimchi in there with the fish sauce. Oh
miss
yeah,
typing
real
games.
good.
Like I played a couple on Newgrounds recently. That
Well,
shit's
man,
gotten intense.
do we have a game for you? It's called Skullgirls.
Oh god, you're right.
Typing of the Skullgirls is a mode. If you go to the main screen, the title screen on Skullgirls, and type in "gotta type fast!" exclamation point, it turns into typing of the Skullgirls. Now, all your normal hits in the game do squat for damage, but your supers do all of the damage. And when you go to do a super, the person with the keyboard has to type what's on the screen in order for it to succeed. We can play this. This is a thing we can do.
Okay, not only is that completely awesome,
Yeah.
so we're just gonna put that aside. That is a concept you can make like a low-grade anime out of.
Yeah.
have-
Oh no, we've been talking like that shit's Yu-Gi-Oh! Like sort
Right?
of thing.
And now you've got teams in the tournament.
I was like, damn, they really should just do a fighting game tournament out of this. Like,
the-
that's fucking
The
brilliant.
cocky fighting game guy and the
You know what-
laid back
the
word
extreme
guy.
laid-
They gotta work together to get to the champion and
You know
be
what
the
the
best.
meta becomes? When you have typists involved. And then you totally have that one guy who's a total dick, but he's really good at it. And his younger brother's his typist, and he abuses him all the time, but he really loves him deep down.
Oh, even better, the brother who's not involved is a stenographer, and he thinks that, oh man, playing this game is not serious. He
Oh
should
my
get a real
God.
job. Oh man. This
Then
is
you have
right
to switch to the
itself.
keyboards, because what, like, you got the normal keyboards, right? Then you got the guys who have, like, other arrangements.
Oh, yeah.
Then some motherfucker shows up with a stenographer pad. Then, because it's 2014, you got the guy on his fucking iPhone typing shit with his thumbs.
And then, like, the quadruple paraplegic who uses the I keyboard.
Yes.
Oh, man. Yes. Partnered with the person who plays with his feet, and they murder everyone.
You guys are spoiling all of the first season. Will you
No,
cut it out?
if you want first season spoilers, you gotta get to the end of the regional tournament where they've got the guy who caused so much bloodshed 7 years ago by using Dragon Naturally Speaking. He popped off a super so fast the stadium caught on fire for 7 days. Since there are clearly no adults in this universe, everyone died.
The great thing is Skullgirls is made by a really small company, so we probably could license it to make that stupid bullshit. In fact, something I was considering past this movie. But in any case, man, really bad CG fire on a stadium. That's gonna look great.
Amazing, even.
Yes,
It's
amazing.
a flashback, Dad. You just need still images that we slowly pan over.
Oh, okay, that's true. Artist rendition.
Oh my god, I'm on fire.
So what else have you
I've
been
also
playing?
been playing Bravely Default.
Oh, really?
Yes,
You
that
had-
game is amazing.
Shit, yeah, it is.
I don't know why no one else made anything like that for so long. It feels like since Final Fantasy,
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Like, oh my god, it's been too long.
right?
Oh.
Even things like Dragon Quest IX, which were really good, solid RPGs, it was clearly like going for even older mechanics. This is the only thing I can think of where it's like, yeah, no, this is like as deep as Final Fantasy IX was.
Yeah, we picked up where we left off.
Right.
Oh, you can go home again.
Right? Like, I started playing it, and I just left the town. I'm like, it's a demo, so I'm going to get into some combat, and I died. And I'm like, oh, this is... Like, an hour later, I figure out there's a job system? I know nothing about this game. I go back into town, I'm like, what do you mean that's the item shop? So I get everything geared out, and I bought spells. I'm like, okay. Oh, Jesus. And I'm looking at the job system. Did somebody make Tactics a regular JRPG?
Thank God.
Yeah, I was wondering when that would happen, and then 10 happened, and I knew we were never getting better from
Yeah.
there. It's pretty amazing because if you think about it, Final Fantasy 12 came out so much later than it was supposed to, and it had so much of what they planned for the game cut out entirely. Yeah, you can sort of look at it and be like 9.
Yeah.
That was You can't even say 12 was alternatively better and bigger in scale. No, it was a trouble project just as much as 13 was.
Like, I liked 10. Like, I included in the list of canonical Final Fantasies, but 10's really like the Louis the 16th of Final Fantasies.
Fucking crazy.
A little bit. just kind of out there, really extravagant, not really as good as the one before him, and kind of the gateway to downfall.
Yeah, that definitely marks a lot of the problem the series started having. I mean, they got fully linear at that point. It got a lot more simplistic in terms of how the skill systems worked. Yeah.
Which, and that's the thing, like 10, it's right on that edge. You can see them paring it down, streamlining it, but it was still Final Fantasy.
Right.
So they made it work. I liked the sphere grid. That was a cool system.
It was okay.
And then Final Fantasy went away.
I'm just like, Bravely Default's made by the same company.
Right?
Why can't
In
they just
secret,
make that
in a basement?
with better graphics?
And then at the same time, it also has the subtitle in Japan of Flying Fairy, which of course abbreviated as FF.
Well,
Nice.
And it's about crystals.
that's
and
like
yeah, I
if
saw
Mighty
that. I'm like,
Number 9
crystals-
somewhere in the dialogue.
that's
He's like some sort of mega man.
Some sort of rock dude. But yeah, another amusing fact is like apparently what's been alleged by industry sources over in Japan is that it started as another. I forget the name of the Crystal Warriors or Four Warriors games that are on portables that are sort of Crystal Chronicles related, but not really.
Warriors of Light or something.
Warriors of Light,
that's
yeah, as another one of those.
Right.
But then at some point it was like, no, it's not even pseudo Final Fantasy. It's clearly something else because
yeah, it's
like I don't know if this is them either having so little faith in the brand, which is an apt move, to just be like, nah, this isn't that. That's stupid bullshit. Like that's you know, yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna say it's all the fucking character designer Nomura's fault. It's all his fault. Tetsuya Nomura.
You think?
Yep, I'm blaming it all on him. Yep, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
1 through 6. You know, you can say what you want, but everything past 9 is nowhere near as consistent quality as 1 through 6. I'm just
I don't know.
mechanically.
2 is lauded as one of the worst.
Yeah, but past 9 you get
And
like
then-
10, 2,
I
12,
like 10.
13, 13, 2. Yeah, no,
Did 13 have a character designer?
I mean,
Because it looked like it didn't.
13? Yeah, that was Nomura again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, everything became...
I'm like, that guy's in a trench coat and a hat. Is this
Like-
New Jersey? I don't...
I don't know what happened with like 13. After 13, apparently those 13-2 and stuff, Nomura is hardly involved. I don't know what his role even was on 13. I think he designed Lightning. I don't know if he designed the rest of the characters.
Well, then he needs to be punished.
Which is weird.
For designing Lightning.
But yeah, he did 7 as well. I
Yeah,
can't
but his
blame
role in 7 was just character designer. He's now, like, the director of the series. Like, his role progressed over time to be way more involved. And then it was like, Kingdom Hearts is a success. Let's just handle Final Fantasy over to this asshole. Which went great.
Yeah. Of course it
I
did.
could have sworn that other directors were doing it, and because he was the one who did just do Kingdom Hearts, and they got him to work on something else. But I don't think he was actually like full director of 10 or 13 or 12.
As I understand it, everything post 10 at least, he's more of the directorial role. At least he's like the monarch of the series. So he's the guy who sits there and like, this needs to line up with that, and we're going to make these games. And then like every game from 12 forward, it's just like, this is a fucking shit show and a fucking hellstorm of not on time, way worse than what you said it would be. Fucking 13's a hallway!
Right.
I'm sorry, just like, that still blows my mind if 13 has the best art on the PS3 and it came out so many years ago. At the same time, it's a fucking hallway.
It's a very pretty hallway.
It is the prettiest hallway.
It's like a museum.
It is. That you can't look back!
You can't go back.
I want to go back to the dinosaurs. Holds his head forward.
Oh, God.
No, I believe past a certain point, of course, you could rotate the camera to be fine.
I was
It's
gonna
just,
say, I'm like,
it's just
did they make it a rail shooter?
Yeah, it was Final Fantasy 13 Gun Survivor.
Imagine Star Fox, but instead of an R-wing, it's Lightning's head. Just forward all the time.
Confirmed for Brawl. So, Bravely Default BP system, maybe one of the best things to happen to JRPG turn-based combat in a long-ass time.
Yeah, it's actually unique and interesting.
Do you guys want to explain that real quick?
Well, yeah, okay. In Bravely Default, you have BP. I think it's battle points.
Yeah, it's something like that.
And most of your basic moves take 1 BP. So you go from 0 to -1, and then your turn comes and you get 1 and you're back at 0. You can do what's called defaulting, where you just don't take an action and your defense goes up and you just wait a turn out to get an extra BP. So in your next turn, you have 1 BP, so you can do 2 actions and be at 0. Or you can Brave, where you spend all the BP you have, and you can even go like 6 or 7 BP.
You can go
debt.
to -4 BP at max.
4?
Right.
Okay.
So, say if you have an attack that uses 2 BP, you could default and be able to do that attack twice.
So you see, that's the thing. You a lot of your attacks, like the Valkyrie's early attacks, each take 1 BP. What you don't notice when you use jump because you're gone for a fucking turn anyway.
Yep.
Right.
But some of the enemy attacks hit you for BP instead of damage. It's a great second layer on top of everything.
I don't know if enemy attacks do that. Maybe
They do. I've been hit by it.
One
Weird.
example I heard is
I
that
guess-
like during battles, like you can, if like your entire team is fully healed and you want your cleric to do something, you can just have them store up points until someone's damaged, and then they go wham, full heal team.
Right, because you can
Yeah,
be
because
defaulting
you've
the
saved up
entire
your-
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, oh well, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's really great at the tail end of battles when you can just brave everyone and just keep attacking the thing till it's dead because you're already won and you don't want to grind through all these fucking turns.
Yeah.
Right, and you actually get bonuses for doing things in 1-round victories, and if you
1 round unscathed, a couple things like that.
sweeper if you kill everything with 1 magic attack.
Yeah.
But yeah, and each of those gives you a bonus to experience, JP, job points, and money.
It's a straight up Final Fantasy job system or tactics job system where you have this job that gives you this ability. You switch to this job and you can keep this ability. So you can have your Valkyrie, which is your Dragoon, which, oh my god, you can put a spear in each one of his hands.
But it's better if he just has the one with 2-handed ability.
Right.
But still.
But like you can get him a level in Knight and get him the thing where the Knight will do more damage with a 2-hander. So you put that on a Dragoon with a jump ability and it's sick.
It's just gross. It's just like
The Black Mage early on gets an ability where if she gets hit by a single attack, it will disperse some of that damage to the rest of the party. I'm like, oh god, yes. It knows what I want.
But yeah, there's lots of just so much customization you can do with that system. It's crazy.
Yeah, that game's fucking... It's amazing. It's old Final Fantasy. It's back.
I was kind of surprised to go in the demo. You don't notice it because you don't learn jobs in that. But unlike tactics, you don't learn jobs by like leveling up merchant and something else to a certain level, and then you unlock ninja. You will learn jobs just by their bosses that show up, and when you beat them, you get their job.
Rocket.
But so that
Would be a knight, a geomancer, or a stone golem. Yeah.
is Stone Golem a job? Can you
I hope so.
get money in Stone Golem?
Environmental hazards in dungeons.
right.
So awesome. Like, I'm like, why is this thing shaking? Pff, you're blind. Encounter. You're all blind. Fuck. Huh, man, this swamp's pretty cool. Are all of my characters poisoned now? God damn it.
Yeah, I remember when Final Fantasies did that.
What's this place? Temple of Element. I'm out. No amount of jobs will get me through this alive.
Right? And you get all the way to 2 and you're just done.
So you know how YouTube changed how comments work to make it integrated into Google Plus, and how because of this they insist that they can crank up their ability to detect spam and just prevent it from ever showing up.
Really?
They say that.
I mean, like,
because
they're
you
Google,
need to have
but that's a
accounts,
lofty claim.
and it is a lofty claim. Well, what I found out is it's not the spam of, say, a giant emoticon ASCII art dick. Like that shows up still, apparently.
Yeah.
No, it's better than that. Because I don't necessarily not want a giant dick to get stamped on my YouTube video. No,
Right.
I just checked, like, via our, which is a fucking nightmare to get YouTube to understand. No, just show me the desktop version. Show me the desktop version. Oh, I need to sign in. No, why are you showing me mobile again? Show me the desktop version. So I get to the comments because I was just seeing it while you were explaining that. If we had any comments that were gems that I wanted to share on this podcast. And what I see under spam is like, you have 3 spam. And I'm like, oh, great. It's probably marking normal comments as spam, which is a thing. I click on it. No, it's all YouTubers who are trying to promote their own channels on our shit. And I'm like, you are the exact people I wanted here. Fuck you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I hate those people.
I hate those people a lot. I gave this video a like. Go check out my channel. No.
Go to hell.
Maybe go fuck yourself?
Question mark?
I didn't give you a like. Maybe you should kill yourself. Hey,
YouTube's
Eric.
a
Oh wait,
thriving community.
is that all you've been playing, Bob?
I also played
No, so Eric, what have you been playing?
Why don't you go to hell, Bob?
What?
What have you been playing?
I missed something.
What have you been playing?
I've been playing pretty much only Tokiden.
Taco
Taco
Den.
Den.
Taco Den.
Tokiden, or is someone, I don't know,
Battle Arena
Japanese.
Toshinden? I don't know.
No, it's
No.
basically, imagine if Monster Hunter was really Asian, or basically Japanese.
Well, isn't it?
So
Japanese
okay.
aesthetic, like Japanese
like
style
in the
armor,
game, okay.
weapons, stuff like that.
Inuyasha, but Monster Hunter. Like ancient demons
I died
in
a little
feudal
inside
Japan.
It's
that
not-
he did that.
No. It's like Kagome. You know, it's constantly.
Well, I mean,
I'd buy that game.
Demons of
Press
Fear.
X
black
to
people feel like-
Kagome. Press X to Kagome is game of the year. Okay.
You really don't want to go too much in early game. Oh.
Basically, demons appeared and killed everyone up so many years ago, and you're trying to fight them back. And
Didn't
they're
they
all
kill
interesting.
everyone?
No, they didn't kill. Okay, everyone is. Shut up.
Man, this plot is convoluted.
Still at
But
Press X to
apparently,
Kagome.
they killed a bunch of people so many years ago, and you're basically fighting to save the last vestiges of humanity. But apparently, they also appeared through time and killed a bunch of like heroes and people throughout time that you collect their souls that help you out. Cool. Kind of Pokemon-esque, because they actually gain abilities as you level them up. So you basically kill demons and collect heroes from Japanese history to fight more demons and kill them Monster Hunter style.
I've brushed on a little Japanese history. Hero's a strong word for
Okay,
It is.
warlords and criminals.
There you go.
Like, is Oda Nobunaga a hero? Is he in the room?
But like it's what's something that is interesting because like there's like 8 types of them and they give you different like skills to use as you go in addition to the weapons skill sets that you have. So you have a lot of sort of customized, like, do I want to attack with a giant sword and shoot lasers at them, like giant spirit?
Yes, I don't
Or do I
understand.
want to be able to cast some sort of smoke screen and stun the thing and we
Wow.
wail them on the bottom while
That's
I
a
have
tough
some sort
call.
of But something that's interesting is that they don't even advertise. I thought it was kind of cool. Is that if you go into the details of all the souls that you collect, there's like 200 or something. They give you a little history thing. I'm like, here's who this person was. I was like, I have zero reference for any Japanese history, so it's kind of cool.
And now you know why Dynasty Warriors is so great. Because they have that mode as well. It is just the coolest thing. Lubu actually died drunk off of his ass in the middle of a castle that he sealed himself in.
Yeah.
Because they fucking put alcohol in the river.
Oh,
That's
yeah, that was
fucking
awesome.
incredible. I love you, Chinese history. You'd make the best after-school specials ever.
So yeah, I mean, I like Monster Hunter as on principle. I mean, it's Shadow of the Colossus, but less artsy. So, but
Downright
I
Jake
have no patience for Monster Hunter because it's like, go and collect this piece of grass. All right, combine it with it. Now you have a sword. Oh my god. No. I mean, they're still collecting like bits of pieces of monsters, but it's less. I don't know. It works with me a little bit better. There's a little less bullshit from Monster Hunter that I have to deal with.
There are varying degrees of grind. That
Yeah.
just- you have to find your niche.
Pretty much, and I think I found it. I mean, it's nice, and playing with friends was actually pretty good, and it's got a decent multiplayer to it. So, wee.
Now let's get the Bob take on this same game because we also played it with him. Bob?
Okay, I'm still caught back at the Kogome thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking of
Yeah,
the
I'm
way
Bravely.
back.
It's like Bravely Default, only instead of the Brave button, you have the Kogome button.
Oh my god.
That's pretty much it. Okay.
Oh, I was just
That's
thinking.
the best game ever. Like, beware my next attack. Hi, I'm Kagome at normal middle school, or is she in high school? I don't fucking remember.
I
They all
think
look
they
12.
said it was, yeah, that's kind of the problem. They all look 12, 16.
Fucking Japan.
Fucking Japan.
And like, there's a median age, and they tried to shove everyone into it, but they pushed too hard, and they all flew out the other end
Yeah.
of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Why is your mom in high school?
Bob, the proper form of that question is, what is your mom doing in high school?
This is true. So if you think we should do an anime review series, comment on this video because honestly, I still entertain the thought. I think that would be enjoyable. So, have you been playing anything else?
Cookie clicker.
You,
I have an illness.
Really?
Aggro?
Monster Hunter is to go get this bullshit.
hey.
You're gonna play
Cookie clicker satisfies my basic lizard brain need to see numbers get bigger over time.
Fill those
Alright?
bars, bitch.
Just leave him and it in the corner to be shamed. Aggro, what have you been playing? Probably something better than Cookie Clicker.
I don't make any excuses for Cookie Clicker. It knows what it is. I know what it is. It's something for me to fucking do when I'm talking to people and teaching them English, okay?
Burning Crusade era WoW players are like, damn, man, you're wasting your life.
It's not like I'm actually clicking all the cookies, you bastards.
Well, I have things to click the cookies for me now.
I have antimatter cookie generators, okay, motherfucker? I have prisms that convert light into cookies now.
Honestly, I spent half my life on Newgrounds. I have absolutely no room to talk to this motherfucker.
Hey, what you playing over there? Oh, I'm playing this new Sona game. It's called Beyond Two Souls. That's stupid. You're playing like a shitty fucking movie where you have to push buttons to watch more. That's stupid. Goes back to Clicky Cook.
Yeah, next time
Clicky
you're
Cooker.
deep in the grandma apocalypse, then you can talk to me, okay?
What have you been playing, Aggro? I'm pulling this parachute.
All right, let's see. Bravely
GigaBoots
Default demo.
podcast, yelling edition.
I think I finished Gravity Rush after the last time I was in a podcast.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which
how did you?
that game goes a little through the looking glass near the end.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
honestly, I wish I could have like a glowing neon sign. Buy a Vita, play Gravity Rush.
Yeah, because like a third in, it really just starts to tonally shift to even darker territory,
It's
I like
very
it
French.
a lot. Yeah, they did a really good job of being
much ennui.
fake Japan France.
Right? It was great shit.
They did announce
There's
a
a point
sequel.
in that game where you look in the sky and go, "Are those teeth?"
Yep. God, that game's so beautiful. That game is just like not even artistically exclusively, but it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Like what that game is and how it does it.
Yeah.
Buy a Vita! I just, damn!
The existence of that game is an absolute good in the universe.
Yes. Fucking Tosh consumed the game in one night. She picked it up
Jesus.
for the first time, would not stop playing. I wake up in the morning and she's just like, I beat it.
Did you do all the challenge missions?
Probably not. See, that's my problem. I played it almost as long as her, but I did just challenge missions over and over and over because I'm like, there are 3 stars and I only get 2.
Right. I saw those
And then
trophies and I'm like, gold, all of them. I'm like,
at some point, Bob's like, oh yeah, eventually you just slide faster because of this. And I'm like, that breaks. Oh my god.
yeah, you buy upgrades and then go back and whip shit.
But it was early enough in the game where I
know
couldn't
it.
conceively.
Like, yeah, like you got no stars. I'm like, how the fuck was I supposed to do that better? Here's the upgrade menu. You're a bitch.
game.
I also, I bought and consumed Tearaway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tearaway is amazing. Oh my god. I realized halfway through Tearaway that I couldn't stop it. I am going to become one of those fucking Dreamcast kids about the Vita.
Yeah, no, we knew that somewhere. How many months in was it? I think it was a little under a year that we were like, oh my god. Oh no, just the launch alone. We're gonna be Dreamcast people. At least Sony has the balls to keep releasing newer versions of it with things that will trick stupids into buying it. Like, comes with Borderlands 2
I am so happy
in
about that.
6 packs of DLC, probably shit. But it comes with your Vita, so please buy it.
Borderlands 2 on the Vita.
It's probably gonna run like garbage.
I don't give a fuck. No, like, here's my problem. I really need to finish Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
I am so close to the end. I own a PS4. It sits on my desk. I physically cannot lean over and turn my PS3 on.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Well, at
I
least
still
there
haven't
is that.
finised that Ratchet and Clank game.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
This is fucked in the head.
Yeah, it is. Good lord.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like move my TV to another room to trick myself, bring my PS3 out, pretend I'm putting it into storage, turn that shit on real quick.
Oh no, my finger.
Oh, all by itself.
There really is that cool save feature, the save transfer feature between the Vita version and the PS3 version, so you will be able to pick up your
that's
progress.
exactly what I'm talking about.
That's good shit.
I'm down for that shit.
That's good shit.
Tearaway, though. Tearaway, for those of you who haven't played it, you're monsters, first of all. You don't know it yet. It's not morally your fault yet.
This is one
After
of those
you
years
play
later.
Tearaway, you will realize that you were a bastard for not having done so.
Actually, here's the thing. You were a bastard for not owning the Vita.
Right. I mean, that's
Because
problem one.
That's a fucking... What was it? You were like...
Oh, God.
You don't own a Vita.
Statistically speaking, you don't own a Vita. Morally speaking, you should. Tearaway is one of the most lighthearted, adorably fun, creative things I have seen in years.
Yeah.
I've heard it's joy converted into data, basically.
Basically.
Yeah.
I realized in the middle of it, I didn't have that much pure fun playing a game, I don't know, since Banjo-Kazooie.
Huh.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it too. Like the really good thing is it's coming from a legitimate space that they're doing this because they find papercraft fascinating. The whole thing's constructed like before they could sit down and do the game. Art direction wise, they were like, how do we make authentic papercraft via folding stop animation look exactly right in a game? And they fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
And the whole game has this more authenticity, like magical fantasy world because of that, and because of the way they use the camera to show you in that, and the way that the narrative is structured around that is just fucking exactly right.
Yeah,
like it doesn't feel like it's trying
every
hard
now and then
to be.
like you'd see this big vista,
whatever.
and like, damn, these motherfuckers were like these are the fuckers we started finding when we invented the internet. Like, these guys are really into paper crap. Like, I think the first time I walked on paper that had clearly just had glue stick rubbed on it, and that little sound.
Oh.
This is so fucking cool.
Am I in Miss McAllister's class in 3rd grade?
Fucking running away from
Wait, real
Wendigos.
quick. Did you have McAllister in 3rd grade?
I don't... Wait,
So
no, I
I'm
had-
like, wait, people didn't have my teachers. They went to other schools. Did Eric just... But no, in any case, what?
Running away from Wendigos. I'm like, this is the best game ever. Shit just got real!
Man, yeah, between that and Gravity Rush, it's really hard to really sell that the Vita has amazing exclusive games when they're like, I see Uncharted.
Yeah.
That's just bullshit, and you know it. And I'm like, yes, it is. Ignore the Uncharted.
Like, you look at the Vita and you're like, this doesn't need to exist. Just find someone on Craigslist who owns one. Give him a blowjob and just have him let you play his Vita for like 10 minutes.
Maybe while you're giving him a blowjob. I mean,
Just play with the OS. Just hold the Vita. Operate the machine.
The great thing is, the larger trend as of late, which I believe I brought up at least 2, 3, 4 podcasts in a row, is all these journalists talk about how great the Vita is, and in the same sentence say no one owns one and no one should buy one. Like, the cool thing is Retroware. I work for Retroware as an editor. A lot of the people, staff and staff writers and staff hosts, stars, whatever, at Retroware are now getting Vitas, and they're like, this is really fucking good. Like, Gravity Rush, Tearaway, this console feels so good. Like, it has all the right levels of functionality. Like, it doesn't build too far in any one direction to detract from what it does, gaming.
Yeah.
It just has all these nice layers, and the way it feels, and the way the fucking Vita feels in your hand, the
that
way
thing
it
is
looks.
a brick of ideal Sony ideology.
Yeah. It's just fucking right on the money. And for some reason, even to them, to some extent, saying the same stuff of like, no one should buy a Vita. I'm just like, please stop saying that. Do you realize that you're the cause here? Like, if people just sit there and never bring up Uncharted.
Yeah. I like that demo.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase. I like the sniping section of that demo. That
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah, that was basically it for me too. Then I got the game for free, and then I was playing the game, and I was like,
this was too
this is
expensive.
a waste of human life.
Too expensive. Free is too expensive.
There's a Worms game on there now. I
It's-
but haven't played.
No, you played the
PSP
demo?
game. It was
No,
it was free. Like
Yeah.
Battle Islands. It's.
Honestly, since...
You want to talk about someone who's been recycling the same game for fucking ever?
Right?
It's Team 17 with Worms.
Shit,
Yeah.
man. I used to play Gunbound. I'm like, what's it like? And I describe it. They're like, so it's Worms. Wait, isn't that the game I see on the discount bin at Sam's Club when I'm 9 years old?
Yeah, see, here's the great thing. I played Gunbound, and I could never play Worms again. Like, when I go back and try, I'm just like, no, this is just not as cheerful, fun, awesome, amazing, free.
Gunbound was awesome, and then the rest of the internet found it,
Now
and the community went to shit.
Here's the great thing. Not only did the community, but larger issue for me personally was the monetization.
Oh,
just
God,
went
yeah,
rampant.
that was early free-to-play. It
snapped.
hit and blew.
It snapped it completely at a certain point where it's like, you don't own anything anymore. You
Yeah.
rent.
Yeah, you rent
everything
shit with gold.
But guess what?
Huh.
Somebody spun up their own server that is pre that.
Oh, baby doll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's time to bunge again.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, this guy knows.
Yeah, it's classic Unbound is
Good.
classic.
Let's see, I should get the wind thing and a heal pack. Nah, 3 shovels, motherfucker. We're going to
shovels.
town.
What is it? 3 shovels in the grenade thing. We're just fucking blasting them straight down through the core.
Bigfoot's for noobs. I got Earth to move, motherfucker.
If you were really skilled, you'd use the wizard. Really? The fucking scepter? Fuck you.
What's that motherfucker right? Cakebot, he's first.
Jokes!
Spider guy, you wait, and we'll.
Okay, so
This may be the most underground joke set we've ever done.
I'll be
Probably.
the audience surrogate because I never played Gunbound.
it's actually really incredible. He's played it. It's just he's not as crazy as I am about free Korean shit.
Yeah, it was in a
I
weird
really
era
liked
of
it.
games.
Okay, cool.
You had flash games on the internet, but you still had to download Bejeweled.
Yeah.
That was weird. but downloading games wasn't a thing that we did yet. So you go to some Korean website
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
to download an executable file. So you got to take 5 minutes and go. You look over to
Will
your
my
aim-
parents get angry at me?
Please don't let this get me arrested.
You look over to your AIM chat window, and your friend is totally telling you that OMG, this game is the best, or is in full leet speak. That is the time period.
Oh yeah.
here.
You
Setting
just said
scene.
aim. My mind. Oh god.
Yeah.
And you hit that big green button with Hangoel on it. And you're like, let's fucking do this.
That's actually really fucking close to my story with it. So yeah. Let's say
Like,
that's
okay,
pretty
where'd my
legit.
computer put it? That's the one that looks like a game. So you open it up and like, please run a game. Please run a game. Boom.
I just remember like getting it. I didn't see any pics or anything. Like I was just completely sold on it by someone. I don't even remember who now. So I boot it up. I'm seeing these menus and stuff, and I'm like, okay, this server. Okay, I'll join. These vehicles look a little okay. Man, this animation's really smooth. And then I get it in the game, and I'm like playing for 10 seconds, and I'm like, this is really, really fucking good.
Motherfuckers also, they made some kind of like physics timing based RPG years before Invictus came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Played it for 10 minutes and the server crashed. You never could get back into it. I don't know if they ever got it working.
That's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will have to figure out the domain name of that free Gunbound that's pre that. Post it in the description for this, and we'll have to arrange something.
So,
For all 5 people who listen to this podcast.
right? It's a party in here, motherfucker.
They're listening to it 20 times each?
Yes.
At bare minimum?
I
Oh, yeah,
I have
it's
this
really
belief
funny.
that our fan base is mostly a single cult.
A cult of 5.
One commune of people in one house.
See, I know that's not true because
Yeah,
one of them's Phil.
Oh.
Phil doesn't have 4 friends to
And
sit
Phil.
down and listen. We all have to listen to this on different computers, okay, friends? Why are we doing
Also
this?
routed through different countries.
Because this is the only way I'm not going to spend my entire life getting trophies. And they're like, oh God, now it's a cry for help. Quick, everyone, listen to these podcasts.
The GigaBoots podcast. It's a cry for help.
Did you play anything else? this,
Yeah,
last-
I finally got around to
month?
buying the Pixel Junk Monsters on the Vita.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah.
I forgot how unforgivingly hard and beautifully fair that game is.
Yeah.
Like level 3, it's like you have this much starting gold and the enemies don't drop any. Good goddamn luck, motherfucker. Hope you memorize the waves.
Yep.
Because if you don't take down that air tower on like round 6, get the gold back and build 2 more cannons, you're fucked. And that's your fault. Love that game.
Fucking weird thing. I forget the exact key combination. I actually brought it up months ago, I believe, on the podcast. There's a way, like, you hold L and select and then press X to go into a level. It'll spawn an AI partner. Yeah.
Shit.
For years, Q Games didn't tell anyone. And then on one of the episodes of their podcast, after it showed up on the Vita and on Steam, they're like, oh yeah, if you do that, works, it's still in their version. They didn't even tell the people who were porting it.
Damn. That's wizardry. Because
Yes.
the one thing I miss is playing with my brother, and like one of us would be on coin and gem duty.
Yep.
So now I'm like, need to upgrade. They're fucking sitting out in the. God damn it! Run, 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 run.
Yep.
Oh, that bites.
That's how I played that game too. But not with your brother.
So I downloaded Duodecim.
Okay.
Oh,
Dissidia.
Done.
I'm gonna
Dun, 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 dun.
Now,
do tell me a story.
fun fact.
Yeah.
That story's bullshit.
I was misinformed as to precisely what Duodecim was in the Dissidia arena. I thought Duodecim was one of those bullshit Japanese, we added a couple things, changed some stats, and re-released the game at full price.
Right.
Exactly how wrong were you?
So I booted up the game, and I'm like, when the fuck do I get to play as Zidane? Yeah. It's like fucking, here's Lightning, Vaughn,
Kane.
Tifa.
Kane, Tifa, and what's that
Yuna.
fucker's name from 8?
Laguna.
Laguna. Floating on this little orthogonal island. And I think, okay, this is B Team. Where's the characters I'm playing as? They're like, I'm talking to Jay from HailsTheEnd.com. He's like, well, it's a sequel, but it's a prequel. I think they expect you to play Dissidia, play Duodecim, and then play Dissidia again.
Yeah, they do.
Which that's an incredibly Japanese way of thinking
You
about
unlock
it.
the city after you beat Duodecim, so
Yeah.
you don't need to go buy the other game.
And
play
also,
that.
Okay,
also
that's
because of
good.
the way it ramps up, it's like Dissidia but shortened. And the entire world map, because I presume you played any, right?
Yeah.
You know how you
Yeah,
walk
I'm on
around.
like chapter 3.
That's entirely new. That was not in Dissidia.
Okay,
This is so much better than Dissidia was.
nice.
It was
Yes.
just a series of grids.
Because
Yeah,
seriously,
it was just go
I want
grid,
to play
grid,
as
grid,
Zidane
grid, grid.
so much, I'm about to eat someone.
Yeah, but see, once you get to Zidane, your understanding of the game will be thorough enough where that will just be a really fucking enjoyable experience.
Like, learning to play this game is like fucking being a Mishima tossed off a cliff.
yeah,
Like, okay, you got bravery attacks and you've got HP attacks. This is how you go. Like 4 matches later, it's a loading screen. Like, if you hold R and hit X, you can dodge. And like the game, it acts like it's helping to be a dick by throwing a bunch of words on screen. Like, press this 3-button combination to enter some mode we didn't tell you about. Like, you fuckers! God damn it, Capcom.
So what have I been playing? I'm playing more Ollie Ollie, the 2D skating game for the Vita. Have you checked that out?
No, not yet.
You should sometime. I played TXK, which came out. So here's the story behind TXK. It's Tempest.
Good story.
Do you know what Tempest is? I hate you people.
Shakespeare?
I just-
Old
right.
arcade game.
I don't even understand how you don't know what Tempest is.
I might.
For me. One sec. Let me go to the internet and look at
Imagine
Tempest.
a gaping vector hole and you zip around the edge of it while enemies come up at you to shoot them.
Yeah, that's so
yeah.
far off from what you would traditionally
Tempest.
expect that to look like, but man, I'm gonna do an image search for Tempest, and it's just okay. There we go. That looks about right, but of course it's somebody taking a picture of some instruction set. So you're a ship on that vector
Yeah,
space,
I
and
know
you
that
crawl. Oh yeah, okay, good. Yes, okay.
Huh.
So it's straight up that, but like contextually they brought it up from that time period of like, no, the scene that's into that sort of game nowadays loves like this crazy techno bullshit. It's saying shit that is crazy and out there and like weird, like if you move the Vita, it moves your perspective in it slightly.
Yeah.
Like, this shit's hilarious. Like, it's got house music blaring, and you put on your headphones, and it's fucking great. And there are power-ups, like some score power-ups, and you pick it up, and it just goes like, pleasure.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
They're getting more honest.
And then, like, the house song will be like, and it's got a vocal that comes in occasionally, it's like, space is everything. It just fucking hit the nail on the goddamn head for what Tempest would be nowadays. And, this is never the case with this sort of thing. it is actually made by the original dude who made Tempest.
Fuck, what?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so
Damn.
it's pretty great.
You
His
have
name's
2 street cred left. Would you like to continue?
his name's Jeff Minter. You go and check the credits, and his name's Jeff Minotaur, and he has bad ASCII art of a Minotaur doing like,
Yes.
I'm like, this is the best money dollars I've spent ever.
You are history's greatest hero.
You are history.
Oh my God.
Now go and rest our heroes.
And then he and Lord British drove a jacuzzi plane into the sunset.
While riding a great white stallion.
Isn't that motherfucker making another Ultima?
Probably.
He's making.
I think they give him
He
phone
did that
money.
Kickstarter thing.
Yeah, he did a
and-
Kickstarter to
and
make
He's
something.
making that. I'm pretty sure.
Christ.
Good on
It's
him.
like, I'm basically, I'm going to be honest, I'm porting Ultima Online.
So here's the thing. I want to propose this concept, and I want each of you to sound off on what you think personally. So I think most of the last 2 years with Kickstarter and things like that, and very small game development studios doing what it was traditional games, and that really taking off. The last 2 years of game as a culture has really been, you know how everyone said, no, it's okay that they made this game bullshit and completely different because they're making it appeal to people that aren't you anymore and you aren't their demographic? Well, all of that was fucking wrong, and that's why this gen sold like shit. Because of all these games that come out, look, it's DuckTales. You wanted DuckTales again, right? There you go. And it sells like millions of copies. It's like, was that the secret? Fuck, we have Strider! What are we doing next year? Strider's out! You're welcome!
They made a new Strider?
It's
It
coming
comes out
next
Tuesday.
week.
Oh, shit.
It looks incredible.
Shit.
And even weirder than that, it's made by Double 11, which made some terrible Silent Hill games.
No,
and
Double Helix.
Double Helix. Did I
Yeah,
say Double?
you've done
God
this
damn it!
before.
Sorry, Double 11. Damn
Yeah.
it, I've done that before.
Isn't Double Helix in like some sort of second wind in their careers now? 'Cause
Yeah, they made Killer
too,
Instinct,
yeah.
which supposedly is great. I played it and I thought it was garbage. I thought it was exactly Killer Instinct levels of like.
I guess the important thing is it's not shit, so they're increasing.
But
over
here's
time.
the thing: I know people like Jeff Gersman and other people who are like, Killer Instinct's always been garbage until now. I'm like, no, this is garbage. I don't.
It's the same garbage.
I'm looking at a different game. Maybe you spent $80 and got a different game.
Wait, this is killer. I'm holding a Super Nintendo controller. When this happened.
Wait a second. Yep, that's a Super Nintendo I'm playing.
I was like, Primal Rage. I don't, what?
Wow.
This is
Eternal
mistake.
Champions? Where did you
Oh,
come from?
fuck.
Pulls up bottle of tequila. Okay, let's own it. Here we go. Hope this Genesis version's good. You played the Genesis version of Primal Rage?
Once.
Okay, yeah, that's way worse than it should have been. There's a 32X version.
Oh.
That's way closer to what it should have been,
Nice.
apparently. What else have I been playing? The Slacks working on the fucking
I think there's
script
one
that
thing
much
you didn't mention about TXK that's very relevant.
Okay, yeah.
That the ship, like it crawls across the top.
Oh
grid.
yeah,
that is
yeah.
creepy.
Much like the
It's
original
really,
Tempest.
really creepy.
The original Tempest, you flip going across.
Right.
In this, the ship is a vector, sort of like, I guess you could say it was a U that has a different shape on each side slightly to give it some substance. Its legs like creep out and shove to the side to pull itself in.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that's not as creepy as the original Tempest. An enemy comes up and grabs you and pulls you down, and it makes like a robot-y, like it makes an electric noise sound because it was back then.
Yeah. It was also
Your
mechanic.
ship howls
Yeah.
in some terrifying manner now, like it goes as you're pulled down slowly, and I'm like,
Hey, Nightmares. see you in
60s
bed.
visions of space fantasy really informed my futurism.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what the Age of Space is like. Lasers and unknowable cosmic gods and terror.
Man.
Nothing but endless terror.
Okay, there has to be an anime that is this. I'm gonna just go ahead and check if anyone knows it. Is there an anime that is straight up Ever style, like we built the machines out of like people's soul / brains? You pilot a soul / brain, like a spaceship.
Oh, that has to be a
Yeah,
spaceship?
yeah, it is a
Okay, I'm
spaceship.
like,
I was like, that is Ava.
Ava.
Because I like the idea of somebody traveling across space in someone's soul. That's
Why?
pretty fucking.
Why do you like that?
Because that's fascinating. Unlike You're traveling across space in this metal thing that isn't smart enough to keep track of stuff, so...
Oh, Captain Harlock got pretty weird sometimes.
Yeah, like, I feel like, oh my goddess, did that... I didn't watch
Tenchi Muyo got really weird.
What about...
the ships were intelligent.
Yeah, that's true.
Didn't Outlaw Star have some sort of living ship thing?
It had a person in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ship also had an AI. We could debate that forever.
Wait, it had AI and it had her. She was a robot, but she wasn't.
She wasn't technically a bio-android. She was bullshit. I made her out of technology I couldn't understand.
Yep.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. All I know is that, Bob, it was you who broke my Mason plate. Like, seriously, every now and then, whenever a piece of technology breaks, I just look at it in my final bout of frustration and yell Leyland Project Command Override, breakfast is served with a silver spoon, and think, one day, it's gonna wake up.
Well, that's great. Glad to hear that, girl. But yeah, no, I think that's the trend going forward in video games. Like, they didn't make Mega Man anymore. It's not profitable. They made Mega Man sort of recently, but it was a bullshit card game. We're making Mega Man game. What's that? Millions of dollars? Yay!
Because it's the wrong people doing the make exactly what you want over and over thing. Like, they did it for the bros and the new people. Like, oh, well, they'll buy this thing with gamers, wouldn't? Yeah, we would. Who the fuck said we wouldn't do that?
Are you a fucking idiot?
Are you aware of
Did you
Nintendo?
see the last 20 years?
Yeah,
Has
exactly.
anyone heard of Mega Man?
Has anyone seen him? Where is he? Meanwhile, on the moon. Help! Help! Fuck them for canceling Legends 3. Okay, and before I focus on that too long, what?
Mighty Number 9, they showed off the Mighty Number 7
Yes.
character this week.
Is that Proto Man?
That's Proto Man.
Awesome.
Proto Man 0.
Describing these games is going to be really hard.
Oh, yes.
I honest to God hope the first 9 bosses.
No, describing this game is going to be really easy. Describing this game without copyright infringement is going to be hard.
I don't think Inafune has to do it. I don't think he has to describe shit.
No. Oh, man.
You know what this is.
Right?
Roll the trailer.
You know why you're here.
You know what you
I
see.
always wanted to hire Igarashi and do that. Like, we run 2 Kickstarters. One is to get us enough money to contact Igarashi.
That's like the Kickstarter for graphing the deliciousness of a chicken burrito. Have you seen that?
No.
He's like, I need $8.65. And with your help, Kickstarter, we can do this. I have a graphic design degree that I'm going to college for. And with your help, I will be able to rate the deliciousness of this chicken Chipotle burrito.
I will be able to eat this
So
week.
his goal was $8.60 or something, right?
Is he at $3 million?
He breaks down the cost. He's at, last I checked, about $800.
Nice.
And he keeps adding all these stretch goals that are like, does the adrenaline of skydiving increase the deliciousness of
What am
a
I going to
chicken
do with
burrito?
300 chicken burritos?
Oh! Swim in them.
So yeah, that was a pretty good Kickstarter. Really ranked up there with the Lufia one that went up earlier last week, this week, I guess. Well, when this goes up, last week. Where some guy's like, I'm going to make Lufia a sequel to the Super NES Lufias, but it will be a good RPG where you beat up dudes. Like, there were so many typos, it was insane.
I'm Sean Video Games and I invented video games.
It was like the prototypical worst Kickstarter ever.
Yeah.
You could pull so much from it to make a terrible Kickstarter. For example, you know how Kickstarter works. There's a goal, and then there are stretch goals. The stretch goals are above the normal goal.
Oh, God.
He's like, I need $40,000. Stretch goals set at $10,000, $20,000, and $30,000. It's like, you don't get any money at that point. My God, you really don't. So, yeah, that was pulled down after like 2 days, but that didn't make it not hurt.
Right.
Because I own that one on the DS, that's garbage. And there's that one on the Game Boy Color, that's garbage. There are only 2...
It's been a long, hard road for RPGs.
Yes! So Bravely Default's pretty good, I hear.
RPGs sort of exploded and like got bits all over every other game. We've just been waiting for them to like recondense again.
It's just really depressing that by the end of the PS1, like the cost of production with the PS2 and the amount of RPGs out there just take critical mass, and at the same time it completely saturated the market. So they were like sort of not as popular on PS2.
I'm imagining a Cosmos version of RPGs. Billions and billions of random encounters. We are all made of bits. Experience points.
We need a Kickstarter so we can hire some stat analysts to figure out how many experience points have been gained in the world since 1970.
I'm gonna go kill myself while I think about that.
Like, I could tell you this number, but if I start speaking it, I may unravel the universe.
So, we're going to take a break to go eat the Shupao I was talking about. But first, Bob, would you like to tell them the other game you played?
Yeah, what?
I played the demo for Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2.
Oh, fuck me. Bob, I'm sorry. How did that go?
Are you okay?
Honestly,
How bad was the writing in the demo?
It plays a little bit better than the other one. Like
better.
It's a little smoother. You can actually dodge out of some attacks, but a lot of attacks still don't feel like they have any gravity to them. Like it won't stop enemy attacks, and it's weird. Mm-hmm. But yeah, then the writing comes in.
Yeah.
Then it kicks in.
It's vicious.
It would have to be.
Basically, you remember the line from Symphony of the Night where he's like, "What is a man but a miserable pile of lies?"
Oh god.
Secrets.
Secrets.
Right?
Okay.
This whole room's gonna jump on you for that.
He literally walks out of his castle, or Dracula does, says that to no one.
Which, of course, Dracula is Gabriel, just so we're all perfectly clear.
Right.
Okay,
He
so
wakes
he
in the
says
morning,
it to
he
no
steps
one.
outside,
Yeah,
and he takes a deep breath, and he gets real high.
Like, he just killed this row of knights, there's no one else around, he walks outside onto his balcony, says that. Then a giant monster, or then a giant robot attacks him. And
the big wooden one?
Yeah, the wooden one.
That was pretty baller.
That thing's kind of cool. But then a knight comes out and starts saying, "Die, demon, you don't belong in this world." For no reason.
Well, see,
No, there's a reason.
It's like poetry. One scene rhymes with the other.
I was like, that's awful. And he just keeps saying it over and over. He doesn't say it once. No, that would be subtle.
Oh my god. What's that fucker's name? David Cox?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck David Cox.
Dave Cox can go fuck some.
Yeah, and then it has some platforming segments which were awful.
Now, I since being a fucking angry as hell 14-year-old to 18-year-old, have gotten a lot more lax about what I'll allow people to do. Like drugs. Maybe those aren't
The worst.
morally terrible.
Yeah.
And all sorts of other things. You know, you widen your perspective as you grow up and stuff. And there will be no point while my heart beats that I will be okay with people who like the writing in Lords of Shadow. They're monsters who should be clubbed to death for their own good.
Euthanasia comes to
I don't think they played Lords of Shadow either. It was better than a Rob Dugan reference.
Let's go creme meat in our faces.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. We're back from the Shupao break. Eric isn't with us.
He may be back later.
I'll let that speak for him. So, what did you guys... let's start with Aggro. Aggro, what did you think of the Shupao, which was a green... go ahead and describe it in your own words.
It was a steamed bun. You had the bread on the outside.
Things on the inside.
Yeah, and then things. Like a little sausage ball and part of a hard-boiled egg and some sort of other red meat patty below it. And then I think like mushroom strips or something.
Or something.
And I think Eric put it best when he said it feels like biting into a living creature.
That was me.
That was
and
you?
yes, that is exactly how I felt when I did it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh god, these are disparate whole organs.
Now when I watch a movie where someone just chomps on a rat, that's what I'm going to be thinking of.
Yeah.
It didn't taste bad. It was really, really weird.
Like, there were some hard parts, texturally speaking, structured through softer parts.
Yeah, it was some not fucking around sausage in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you...
I kind of liked it. I feel like they shouldn't have had so many, like, fatty chunks in the sausage. Like, that was...
Yeah.
Those were a little bit too chewy, but other than that, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think the dumpling itself was a little too thick for that container. Like the dumpling around it was too thick for a not sweet center. For some reason, I that's how I am.
Which all day, you sent me that picture. That picture, when I got it on my phone, it looked like a frosted confection.
Yeah.
So all day I'm like, Dan has some kind of weird China donut thing that we're gonna enjoy, and like I heat it up and like, what do you mean there's meat inside this? What have you done?
Yeah, I described the thing to Eric, however. I described what's inside of it and what it is, and then he gets there and he looks at it and he's just confused based on my description. I'm like, this doesn't look like meat should be in it. What the fuck?
Meat bun. It's a jelly donut.
So yeah, that was. Yeah, I would not eat that again.
I'd like to try more things like that.
I would too.
That's a solid concept. I've had good things like that.
Yeah. I think that's exactly right. I would like to try more things of that. That concept is perfectly fucking solid.
Can we get Nikuman in this county?
Nikuman?
Nikuman. Steamed meat bun.
Huh.
Like, imagine that just full of ground beef.
We need to get that Jeff guy on this.
Oh, that fucker, yeah.
That Jeff guy likes Asian food.
He made taiyaki. That was awesome.
Yeah. You made me happy, you dick!
Like, he handed it to me, and I'm like, looking at the thing, I'm like, this is real. And I quickly check the surrounding area for lolies. I'm like, no. Okay, we're safe so far.
I'm getting a green light.
I'm not some weird dream. You always have to take dreams for lollies.
Clearly.
Involved. Yeah, you really should. If you ever eat of the diaphanous night pair and go dream walking, and you happen to wander into my brain space, look out for lolies. They're not friendly in my dreams.
Oh. Noted. I see. Yeah, I think that was another, like, on top of an anime review show, I really wanted to do we went to the Asian market and bought this today. Time to eat it. And then we do that for like 2, maybe 3 things per episode.
This is Mrs. Lau. No, we're gonna eat her.
No. Just very calmly.
No.
And then I wake up in bed and I'm like covered in squint. And I'm like, ah. And Tosh is like, sweetie, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I had a dream. It was so horrible. I remembered when we aimed this low. Yeah, that was pretty wicked. How many views is that at? 30 million. Oh man, whew, fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I would like to do that show. Just pick up 2-3 things from K2 or Oriental Market or the Philippine Market and just make them, try them out. What do you think?
Broaden our horizons.
Yeah.
Eat weird shit. Drink Coke that tastes like armpit.
I'm not going to say yes to that, but it may happen on accident.
Because, like, Mexican Coke's awesome.
Yes.
I don't know about Chinese Coke. I'm not sure if I'm ready to bite the wax tadpole.
Is there a Chinese Coke? Like, I don't know
they
what
sell
the
Coke
Chinese...
in China.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know what Chinese Coke would... Like, what's... I know why Mexican Coke is different.
Yeah.
I don't know that same reason it's different applies over there.
Maybe they put ginseng in it in China. Or
oh, they do. Yeah.
Noodles.
Or maybe that was Japan.
Or egg drop.
Or maybe they make it with sewer water.
Well, also a thing that might be the case. Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah, I was trying to yeah.
They love their sewer water, right?
They can't get enough.
There's too fucking many of them. Their infrastructure hasn't caught up for all the clean running water that they need.
Yes.
They're kicking the shit out of our...
Everything?
No, well, not yet. We're getting there. Interstate system. They're building the fuck out of it. You know what they did? All the lanes, about a foot wider than ours. They're like, we're gonna design a road system so trucks can be on it.
Aww.
We're like, you crafty Chinese bastards.
Now, do all their highways just fall to pieces? Because I know that their train systems haven't had the best of luck.
Yeah, train not so good.
Train no good. We need Leodon steel. What kind of steel? Leodon. No, you're gonna have to make your Ayn Rand reference a little better than that.
That's so stupid.
It really is.
So I saw the Nintendo Direct. I don't know
Oh,
if you
yeah?
guys want to talk about the stuff on there.
Sure, let's talk about
I'd like
the
to
stuff
hear
on the
about this
Nintendo
sinking
Direct.
ship.
So they showed off.
Did they announce some new Wii U games?
No, they didn't.
They announced a new Wii U.
No.
Wii oops.
Oh.
God, it's so sad. It's like all the games that they're talking about, they're games we've already known about for Wii U.
Yeah.
And they aren't even putting a date on them yet. They're just like 2014. I'm like, why'd you bother? I don't need to see another trailer for Mario Kart to know Mario Kart's coming.
It's gonna get bad. Like, it's gonna get to the point where Reggie Fils-Aimé is gonna walk out onto a stage and just directly state, "We're Nintendo, you owe us. Buy a Wii U."
They did have a couple new 3DS games, surprisingly. They're bringing Inazuma 11 to the States. They literally released it. Released at Nintendo Direct, so you can go download it.
That's a soccer game. Sorry, football.
Yeah.
What do they call that in Japan?
European hand egg? I don't know.
Do they just like Japanify it?
I don't know. I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Football.
I really should watch more sports anime.
I keep thinking that, but then I'm like, wait, it's still sports.
But I
I
don't know.
need fake sports. To
Slam
be
Dunk has Kuwabara in it.
God damn it.
I know that they're iShield 21, that football thing, which is American football.
Right.
It's just stupid. Like everything I've heard about is just it goes so crazy. It's not even.
That's what I hear. There's like fucking like tornado attack or some shit. I am down for that match.
Okay, so what's that called?
iShield 21?
Ice shield?
iShield.
As in a shield for your eye.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he's got
That's what the helmet is.
plastic visor.
It's the ice. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Football players wear those sometimes.
But yeah, but I still I think I can't get myself to watch it. I think Prince of Tennis is the closest I will.
I think Yakitate was the closest I came to a sports anime.
Yeah. Yeah, that episode of Excel Saga that was a sports anime is the closest I've ever come to a sports anime.
Is Gunbuster a sports anime?
It could be.
They kind of
Is
pretend.
G-Gundam a sports anime?
G-Gundam is a sports anime.
No, wait. I watched Bamboo Blade. Never mind. Fuck y'all. I've seen a sports anime.
Okay. So, what did we learn today? Nintendo Direct is depressing.
Yeah.
Aggro's seen a sports anime.
Woo!
G-Gundam is also a sports anime.
So, I've been playing The Walking Dead
On the PS3, correct?
on PC.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
saw you buy that on there.
Yeah, I kept thinking like I need to buy this for the Vita, but then I'd go reviews that are like it runs like shit on the Vita.
Yep.
That's
That
really
reminds
depressing.
me, Lightning Returns runs terribly. Like, absolutely terribly. I just...
Like, the worst running Final Fantasy ever.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
The weird thing is the combat they got running just right. The open world, no. It doesn't run right. Ever.
God.
Yeah.
That's what I was seeing in all those trailers. I thought they would have fixed it.
I did too.
Jesus.
That's really disappointing for Final Fantasy.
So one thing I didn't know about The Walking Dead,
Yeah.
like, I heard like branching paths and great writing and emotional content and choices. I'm like, all right, I'm down. Let's do it. I went in fucking BioWare mode,
Yeah.
where like this is the choice. Okay, put the controller down, think about it. My BioWare is like 30 minutes thinking about one dialogue option. You boot up fucking Walking Dead, and it's like, here's your choice. Make it 4, 3, 2. You did nothing. Everyone dies.
Yep.
See, the choices really have lasting impact. For example, you're still dead. Tomorrow you will be just as dead.
Like I made a tweet about it. Like that fucking okay. So video games these days, they go for the emotional impact with the characters. They make you want to care about them.
Mm-hmm.
I care way too much about video game characters. Like this is one of those reasons no one liked me when I was a kid, kind of nerdy.
Yeah.
Like I growing up, I was the kind of kid who would reach to the back of the cupboard to get one of the glasses back there, just so it was in rotation and it didn't feel left out. I would set the volume on my television to strange numbers just to make sure they were getting used. Walking Dead said, "You have 4 food items for 10 hungry people," and I turned it off. I don't like... I'll hack a guy's leg off with an axe. We will do that, Walking Dead. I don't want to ration the food, man.
Now, there was an interesting thing about that exact scene you were talking about. They have metrics that come back from the game, so that way they can further write the story in a way that affects how people are making the decisions per episode.
Oh yeah, those didn't make me feel better. Because it's like 50% of people also saved this one. And I'm like...
Yeah, so one of the things they said about that scene is what they found interesting is the guy who was obviously set up to be an apparent asshole up until that point was the most likely to get the food.
Yeah.
And they just stared at that info, trying to figure out why.
Well, they don't... Because I was thinking about it.
And they realized it after a short bit of, they're trying to make him not hate them. So that way he... Okay. Oh.
Well, that's not why I'm going to give him food.
Why are you going to give him food?
Because it's a video game. I'm gaming it. like this is narrative reaction 101. That guy's a huge asshole and he hates you. Clearly, if I accommodate his every whim and keep him around, he will be super useful to me. Well, this is old RPG grinding mechanics at its core. Like, this is the most difficult path. It will therefore have the most reward.
Yeah.
What sucks is, like, this game...
Yeah, that game does suck. That's what I hear from...
It's almost on that line where zombie games go like this for me.
Okay.
I'm like 6'3", and I can rip phone books in half.
Okay, sure. I'll entertain that for the sake of this podcast.
Oh no, there are 2 zombies. We have to sneak by them, you guys. Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. That was actually one of our oldest concepts for a movie. Just the zombie apocalypse that is completely chill and...
Yeah.
What was it? The worst thing to happen to one of the characters in the first half of it or whatever is he couldn't sleep because of the moaning at his window.
Yeah. We're spurred into action when our portable batteries die.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that is what happened. Eventually the power went out. I was like, it's okay. We still have these portables. And all their batteries.
This was, of course, back when portable batteries lasted a significant amount of time.
Yes, in this distant past, we called the golden age of gaming. When games came out on things.
Is that what we're calling?
Sure.
Where do we put the golden age? I don't know.
A lot of assholes are just going to say the NES because they're fucking juggalos. I will...
They're what?
They are juggalos.
Oh, okay.
They're ICP fans that are drinking... Oh, Eric has joined us again. They're ICP fans that are drinking their Fagos.
Right.
While talking. Bye, Eric.
Was there a large ICP NES fan base
yes,
crossover?
Totally. I'm not just calling
did
them...
Rob the Robot uncork a Fago for you?
Yes, he came with the free Fago.
Miyamoto still down with the Fago, or has he sold out?
No, he hasn't sold out. He's still down with the Fago. But no, I would say that most juggalos, which is anyone who says this, I'm name-calling the demographic.
Huh.
I'm saying that people who thought the NES was the golden era of gaming are juggalos, because clearly that was the PS1, PS2.
Okay, so you're using the iconography and social stigmas of the juggalo to demean people who have...
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. You caught on surprisingly fast. Like, when my coworker did this to me the first time it happened, I just laughed my ass off because his exact sentence was... What was it? Only juggalos like Sonic 2 more than Sonic 3. And I was just laughing for hours because that's so fucking insane.
But honestly...
Goddamn!
For what I know, that may be true.
I don't doubt that, like, didn't see this develop to the point where I was like, can I do a Kickstarter to go to ICP concerts? To do, statistical research, statistic research of which do the juggalos go for more.
We're going to try some science.
Sonic 2 or Sonic 3?
Sonic 2 or Sonic 3?
I don't like Sonic.
What an asshole.
What the fuck, Eric? That is a moral failing on your part.
You have failed this.
I've been on the internet. I feel like I'm morally superior here.
That's
is-
just because you're white.
I never played the Genesis. I have honestly played maybe minutes of both games. Maybe. In my entire life. I have zero reference for them. I don't care for them.
So you've never played the Genesis?
Barely. Like, friends had it. I played it sometimes,
Huh.
maybe.
That's kind of weird.
Maybe that's what happened to you.
Yeah.
That's why I have ulcerative colitis.
Probably.
God struck me down.
He didn't play the
Blast
Genesis.
processing!
Did you hear the
Right
name?
in your large intestine.
I put it in the marketing campaign. Nintendo! Nintendo! And he shoots out lightning.
Your organs don't work anymore, okay?
Other people's digestive systems do and yours don't.
Wow.
Way to be a dick, God. Blast processing.
The only blasting's gonna happen in your ass.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go. I had to go really fast.
So not talking
I
about
have a
poop.
disease.
Oh yeah, the new Sonic designs.
Oh,
Dick God!
Can we not do that, Bob?
Jokes write themselves.
We can talk about Lords of Shadow again if you want.
That thing I said earlier about the whole, like, of course they had to abandon their original fans. They're targeting younger people. I do believe that's exactly what's going to happen here of, like, this didn't succeed. I wonder why. Ooh, I can't get that I'm pissing off the only people who care.
Yeah. Well, I have to believe there's an alternate universe where we have, like, we had Sonic and Knuckles, and then we had, like, the entire 8-game SATAM continuity Sonic series that was fucking amazing.
Yeah. And it was on the Saturn, which is why the Saturn won.
The horrible thing is,
That's how fucked this universe is.
Wow.
Hitler also won in that universe. So, you know.
But that's
give and
because he
take.
too had blast processing.
Yeah, uh-huh.
He had a blast furnace.
Oh.
Okay,
I'll excuse
you
myself
just
for the
leave.
It's been nothing but downhill since I came back.
Yes, I'm not even kidding when I say
I apologize to anyone. Anyone, just really. No one in particular.
everyone gets one apology. Just, damn it, Eric! I completely forgot what I was gonna say.
You're welcome.
I said this on the Twitter account. I haven't said this in any of the podcasts yet. So the solution here is go follow me on Twitter, you assholes, at GigaBoots. But in any case,
You assholes at GigaBoots.
you assholes at GigaBoots.
You're just pointing at us.
Yep, with all three of my hands.
That's not a hand.
Why does it have fingers?
It has a glove. So, this new Sonic game is being made by Red Button Entertainment, I believe is the name. Startup that it was a really long time, like 7 years. No, that is right. Like 7-8 years they've been around, have produced 0 games. They are making this new Sonic game with the CryEngine for the Wii U. So if anyone wanted to know how low we need to set these standards.
Jesus
I also read that it
Christ.
was like guys who worked at Naughty Dog when
It was founded by 2 people from Naughty Dog. What the fuck is that going to mean on
Okay.
a
I thought
300-person staff?
Oh wow, I didn't know it was that big. Jesus.
I don't.
Are we sure
I don't
this
have hard
company isn't
numbers
a
on
mob
that.
front?
But game development, generally speaking, is
No, we're
200,
not.
300 at a conservative level. Like, what was it? Resident Evil 6 had 900.
Yeah, that was Resident Evil 6.
Call of Duty has 400, depending on how you crank the numbers.
Now, is that between all 3 studios?
Yes, but that's
Okay.
since you're outsourcing entire parts of the art and programming, that's just as fair. Because they're not doing anything else; they're working on that Sledgehammer.
If
Which
you outsource the art and the programming, do you
Exactly.
Are you just doing the music
you're
now?
outsourcing the game. That's the thing; it's parts of it. That's how outsourcing is getting.
Right.
Most of the time, they just outsource art. But Call of Duty is a special case wherein I believe Modern Warfare 3's year, it was Infinity Ward made the single player and somebody else made the multiplayer.
Yeah,
like
Raven,
they just cut the game.
Sledgehammer, all sorts of. It
Yeah.
was weird.
Now, changing the topic from Sonic, which, as I said, recapping, studio that's made 0 games before with a completely untested staff on CryEngine on the Wii U.
Yep.
Way low bar. Like,
You have to dig
fuck
into the
me,
crust
that
of the
is-
earth.
Wait a minute.
yes.
So it's a new
basically.
Sonic game that doesn't look promising.
Honestly, I'm just like, it
They're
can't
starting
get
at
worse.
the other end of the equation.
Go ahead,
right?
try.
Actually, you
This,
know,
this is straight up Hurricane Katrina shit.
it hasn't been Sonic 06 7 years in a row, so it can get worse. Like when you think about it in that context. But to be fair, I'm so fucking numb.
Yeah.
As a Sonic fan, no joke, and this is not exaggerated for the sake of the podcast. As a Sonic fan, I sort of blocked out that I was a Sonic fan. At some point in late 2000, I remembered that I was a huge Sonic fan. Like, oops, oh no. This is why I turned it off.
Yep. The feel.
Once it hit Sonic Heroes, that was absolutely the point where I went, never again. I know how Mega Man is gone. I know, yeah, that was it. I saw Mega Man do this. Fuck this. No. So moving on from that, Call of Duty is going to have 3 different development teams do 3 different games alternating once a year, so their game development time is now 3 full years per game. So that moves it up 50% in length from the current standard 2 years per game, 2 studios. This year's is going to be Sledgehammer, who allegedly last game they were working on was a third-person Call of Duty sort of thing. But the weird thing is, it can't be this year's Call of Duty but be third person and the other 2 be first. Most likely. But they may do it.
I doubt it.
Huh.
There's no way.
I don't know. Like, their fan base is crazy enough where they're already, like, very divided on which of the series they like, and one of them is an obvious loser. Making the third person thing builds it out enough where, like, people who don't like Call of Duty may look at that even.
Maybe.
And
But
honestly,
in my experience, weirdly enough, third-person shooters are just less popular.
yeah, I don't get it
It's
either.
weird. It's like, oh no, when the camera's out there, I just can't control it. I just don't know what's going on.
No, he's serious. That's how fucking stupid gamers have gotten.
Wow.
Not saying that before we lived in a golden age of brilliant goddamn gamers.
Right.
These were the people where Jay from HailZeon.com didn't know B ran in Mario.
Motherfucker. There are 2 buttons, you shithead. Push the other one.
Actually, the amazing thing is he's like, as a kid, I just held B constantly. I didn't know. So
Well,
he was always
yeah.
running.
Pokemon will do that.
No! You can't select the menus if you hold B.
The what?
You, like, hit start, but you've been holding B, so start pops up, and then you can't undo anything, so you're just staring at the start menu, and you're like, but I'm holding B. How do I escape? The whole time it's playing, like, Lavender Town music.
You push B harder.
It just cuts to the
When
back
you hear
where
it,
your thumb has pierced.
like you hear it click, and then you hear like the groan, and then the snap. That's when you know
okay.
that you've done that.
Here,
right.
I was thinking, like, the GameCube shoulder buttons where it goes click at the bottom. It's
was
got
good
some
shit.
good travel. That would be the worst
Oh my
controller
God.
ever.
No, speaking of terrible controllers, I finally put my hands on the Xbox One's controller.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that can't be bad. I mean, Xbox is, why can't I hit the top shoulder buttons?
Yeah, it is that.
Oh my God, this is horseshit.
Yeah, even better, I've mentioned on this podcast before, I believe, analog sticks, when they read off their positional data to computers, it doesn't read as a perfect circle. It's not even remotely close. It's some fucked up warped shape. You know, if you were to rotate the stick perfectly, it wouldn't make a circle. It doesn't read off that smoothly. Now, one of the amazing things the PS4 controller did is it did an amazing, the best job ever of reading off those sticks. Now, what the Xbox One did, which was amazing, do it way worse than the 360 controller. So, in fact, the people behind Titanfall worked with Microsoft to make it not bullshit. Wow. They were like, we worked with them on the responsiveness and accuracy of the sticks. I'm
We
like,
sent a team over to fix their...
that's not a post-launch correction that should be made ever. The analog sticks didn't read right. What?
They felt
That's
nice,
not done!
But, Jesus Christ.
That shit came out hot. That shit was not ready.
Yeah.
What a buggy pile of shit.
Yeah.
What was it? Saw this tweet, which I thought was humorous, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, I don't know. They were like, public finds out that Facebook runs only at 30 frames per second on Xbox One and 60 on PS4. PS4 wins. And I was like, well. To be fair.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I have to wonder when we'll stop seeing news articles about the blatant power differences and it just becomes assumed. Probably never.
Probably never, because a lot of people are still in denial even now.
Yeah.
Even now, while it's like these headline things of like, did you know the PS4's better? Everyone?
No, I was.
Are we still okay? We'll
It's
be back
better
next
for a
month.
news organization. We pretend there's parody. So here you go. Which one do you think it runs better on? This isn't a thing you get an opinion about, motherfucker.
Yeah, that. I fucking hate that. That is the level we've fucking gotten to in video game journalism.
Mm-hmm.
Journalism.
Yeah.
I can't say it with a straight face because only like, I don't know, 5 out of 3 million game journalists actually do anything remotely recognizable as journalizing. I don't. The rest of them are like, hey, we got this PR, here you go. But even better, if it's Kotaku, they'll be like, I saw this funny video on YouTube. What do you think? Say something in the comments. And I'm like, great, now it's Fractal, because, like, the video's saying that, and then they're saying that about the video, and then there's probably someone in the comments saying that about the whole thing! And I'm sitting there just going, ah!
You know, 2 weeks ago, back Kotaku's like, hey, they'll put up this video with comments. You won't believe what the comments said. Here's a video.
And I'll just keep screaming.
Like you scroll down to the bottom of Kotaku, and at the top of Kotaku, eating the bottom of Kotaku.
You know my mind space very well, Aggro.
It's full of snakes.
Snakes and Shupao. It's like biting into a living organism.
Yeah, did you talk about that one?
Yeah, we talked about that. Would you agree that it felt like biting into a living organism?
Felt wrong biting into it, like I was
Yeah.
trespassing on some sort of moral
Like,
ground.
no one tell God, he'll make us wear the fig leaves.
Yeah, okay.
It was a little weird. I mean, the dough thing was nice. It
Yeah.
was a mild flavor. It was kind of off-putting the way it looked, but the meat inside was...
Fucking neon
The texture... No.
Yeah.
Just, no. My mouth was like, this is wrong. Make it stop.
Did you cook this? You don't know!
Where did you get this? The brain's like checking. Like, where the fuck did he pick this up? The hands are like, it was in a plastic tin, man. We don't know.
A part jiggled in your mouth. Is it alive? I'll never tell.
Yeah, it's like, we're getting some really fucked up color readouts up here. Are you drunk? And the brain's like, holy shit, aren't we drunk? Lizard brain's like, what? Eat fuck cow.
Okay, I'm just a little tired. I fell asleep for a bit there, so if you can give me a second to get around to eat, fuck, kill.
Eat, fight, fuck.
Shupao, awakening the hind lizard brain in you.
I feel like an alcohol should just sell itself as
I think
that.
some sauce might have improved it. Or like a blood ritual surrounding
I
it.
feel like it was a little too flavorless, the meat stuff.
Yeah, the steamed bread buns will do that every time.
Yeah. It worked out for the sweet stuff that I've tasted in yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just it's hard to get savory into those things, which is why it needs the sauce.
Yeah. Okay.
Flavor injector.
I'm not saying it needs a sauce, but
Use
needs
needles
sauce.
to make your food better.
use needles to make.
I love the future.
Is that you, Bioshock? Use needles to make your hand better.
Man, it's
I don't
now
think this is
tastier and
better.
it's now on fire.
Bees!
I always
Shupao bees!
just wanted to build a Bioshock where you just didn't inject yourself with plasmids. Like you're the wrong guy that shows up. Like, I know right now you must feel like the unluckiest man in the world. Like, you're telling me I shouldn't have even been on that fucking plane. What?
Wait. Would you kindly go in that room? No! Fuck no!
There's fire, you asshole!
I'm pretty sure I saw someone skitter past, okay?
Inject that into your arm. No. Oh, please. Have you seen the size of this needle?
Dude, like, see, if we had an actual gaming culture community when it comes to fan creations, that was actually good. That was, like, wholly wholesome and, like, you put thought into this. That is what a Bioshock film would be. A Bioshock fan film.
Mm-hmm.
It would be that guy. Because that's way funnier than, look, these scenes, but in film! Cool, that's cosplay?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I've seen cosplay. I've seen good cosplay, and I've seen bad
Most of
cosplay,
the time,
and
like-
I've seen cosplay porn. I've
That's the
seen
thing.
weird cosplay porn.
I think cosplay porn is more wholesome and enjoyable
Clearly.
than fucking fan films.
We haven't seen the same cosplay porn.
Was it Ursula?
No.
Well, that's
Although,
good.
send me
helps.
that link.
Okay. I'll get that to you. Follow GigaBoots at GigaBoots on Twitter. Aggro, you...
I'll tell you later.
Wow. Wow. We just had a conversation about that. Okay,
When
so...
you're older.
So, yeah, Call of Duty. 3 years. Good?
Maybe, but I have to
Probably.
wonder. Like, I don't think of. I don't know.
Call of
I
Duty
mean, the
once a year.
quality...
Like,
The quality
it's-
in a vacuum, like same for same, should go up. But the problem is that it's next gen. So just the leap to next gen could theoretically make that extra year not as meaningful as it would have been this gen.
Right, they say this one's actually focusing on next gen, which is good because God, the last one didn't look next gen at all.
Right. The last thing Sledgehammer Games even did was Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah,
Part of that. So they've been working on this since that. So my God, I hope it's next gen oriented.
yeah.
Hell, for all we know, Sledgehammer may be the new Infinity Award, where all the stuff is relative to their engine. Like, our engine's designed to do this next-gen stuff, and everyone's doing the off years, basically.
Right.
Which would make sense.
On the other hand, I have to wonder: will Call of Duty still be relevant? Like, relevant enough to justify having these three teams
How
working
far
on it?
out?
Like, say in the next 3 years, the final
Like,
one. of
3
that
years
series.
from now?
Yeah, like 1 or 2 cycles of this might be a bit much.
Yeah, eventually it's going to come crashing to the ground, but Activision, in their opinion, is doing the best to make money off of this shit, so good for them, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm not sure Activision, like, I have this theory.
Yeah.
That top-level management in video game publishing companies nowadays don't actually know that they're publishing video games.
Yeah.
I think they are playing a text-based economics game where they type in "make Call of Duty" and they got money back. So next turn, spend this much on ad revenue, make Call of Duty by studio, and just it's working, and then it stops working, but they don't care because.
So to them, Call of Duty is like one of those fantasy terms in movies. It was like in
So wait.
the blank race.
You're telling me that the decisions of publishers, maybe not the heads, but they are enacted by what is probably children on Apple IIe's in third world countries with their educational profit economy games, typing in "make Call of Duty," and then they get a cookie.
A little bit.
Yeah, okay, I'm feeling it.
Was this the most unsuccessful Call of Duty of all time last time? Was Ghosts?
I
'Cause
stopped
I-
keeping track of it.
It feels like it. I mean, just working at a store that sells Call of Duty, it's been the most
I mean,
hated.
like, since Modern Warfare, I guess.
Right, of course, since Modern Warfare where it exploded. But yeah, and also just not near as many people coming in to buy the map packs.
Yeah.
Like, that's just...
What are you doing to that poor phone?
Come on, you want to be a star, don't you?
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a pretty good game on iPhone that I played that I forgot to bring up earlier. It's called Ahoge Chanbara. Mm-hmm. Did you look it up after I tweeted about
I played it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's some awesome shit. It's like slaps for iPhone.
It aroused an emotion within me that I don't the last time I felt it was watching Penguin Drum. Where there's just a moment where you go, I'm not in control of this experience anymore. I don't feel okay. It got out in front of me and I'm like, oh shit.
Fuck. But yeah, I to describe the game, basically you are a ninja warrior, all of which are females.
Right.
That has hair that can attack the enemies.
Yeah.
In fact, everyone in this universe has hair that
Single
can
antenna.
attack, right? So
But
you've
it's
got
not,
this...
It's not their whole hair. It's
Yeah.
just the antenna.
Yeah, there's like some cowlick coming off the main character, and then there's just a sword shape of hair on her rifle at the beginning. You tap the screen and hold it to charge up a shot, and when you let go, it lashes out and attacks the enemy. You can drag your thumb down to dodge their attacks. It's got a stamina meter and little pickup items. And it is insanely Japanese and anime as fuck. Like, it is just authentically made in Japan and fucking adorable and hilariously dumb.
Yep.
It's a dumb game and it fucking knows it. It's like, here, play this dumb game. Yeah, that's right. This ninja has dog hair and it will eat you.
I mean, they're like, then you can claim the title of a Hoge Red. I'm like, I fucking want that title.
I've never wanted anything more.
I need that title. My God, what's happening?
I think that's my favorite moment in video games. Just, I've never wanted anything more. That's kind of sick when I think about it, but it's totally true.
Pokemon's done that to me too many times. Way too many. Way too many. It's a good thing that latest one is not so great in my opinion. So that way it just sort of cools.
That latest one slaps that in the dick a couple of times. Especially when it's like, here's a free Lucario. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Try and be mad about it. You can't.
It likes you more than it likes me. I'm like, wow, you must be a shitty trainer, because I don't like Lucario.
What do you?
Let me see.
I'm giving him the middle finger right
All
now.
these creatures that I have that love me to death, when I first met them, I beat them into submission and put them into a ball. And they love me. And that thing hates you. And like, all right.
What'd you fucking do? I fed it Oreos. Well, that's stupid. Everyone knows Lucarios hate Oreos.
What are you, new?
What are you, an idiot? The great thing is she did
That's
that.
what skipping a Pokemon gen is like.
The great thing is she gives me the Lucario and she's like, here, it likes you more than it likes me. I feel like you should have it. I'm like, you're right, computer.
Yeah, I'm like, thanks, bitch. Zap.
I don't
I
think
never
anyone
used it.
actually had room in their team for that because it was like a double of types they already gave you.
Yeah. Generally speaking, you would probably have something that was one or the other. Or both.
The last time I played that game, I had 5 grass types. I have a sickness.
You do.
You secretly want to be a gym leader.
See, like, here's the problem. If I liked fire types, it'd be like, oh, well, he's going for the attack stat. I like grass types, and they're the bitch stat.
It's a good.
And I totally want to be a gym leader.
Who doesn't
Like
want to be a
every
gym leader?
10th
I don't
kid,
know.
you bring out your full team, and you're like, "Oh man, you beat my Pumpkaboo. Oh, you're pretty good." Venusaur. What's that? Oh, nothing. Solar beam.
There was a grass gym at some point, right?
Yeah, in the first game, and in the last one.
Really?
Yeah,
In the first game?
yeah.
Who? Brock,
I don't think you're right. Maybe I'm just blanking, but
I can't
Celadon?
remember.
What was her name?
Silver seems to have a Celadon gym.
What was the main Pokemon?
Is
that she
grass.
used?
She had a Vileplume.
Shit. I don't know.
I remember Ash saving it from fire in the show.
Okay.
Are you sure that wasn't Silver?
Filler?
Are you sure that was?
Man.
Totally a grass gym.
Okay,
Fighting.
Celadon is in a red.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Celadon
okay.
City. Okay.
Okay.
Like, I know there was a fucking grass gym. It was a
Who
bitch to
who is
beat.
the leader?
1 sec. Looking it up.
Okay.
Erica.
Okay.
She's
I have this
psychic.
problem where in my head, Sabrina also runs that gym.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Celadon, but that's the psychic gym then.
No, it's a grass gym. Look.
What?
Erica's not psychic. What?
She's levitating a ball above her lap.
Wait.
She looks like she's psychic. But yeah, you're right.
She
She
looks
doesn't
psychic. I don't
use
know what the-
psychic type.
Because that's Sabrina. I don't.
Yeah, I would.
What's going on in that
Everything I know is
gym?
wrong.
Right? I don't know fucking.
Well, it's grass and it makes you think things
I
float.
just-
in
Fuck.
Silver, they decided maybe that ball should sit on the goddamn floor.
Erica tired.
My brain is sleepy.
Maybe we just that sits the fuck down, and we don't have to
This makes
explain.
sense now. Okay, good.
Canonically, not psychic. Silver retconned it.
You know, of all the shit that
Okay, and then Leaf Green just fucking gets rid of it entirely. It's
no
like,
balls.
there's her
Erica,
goddamn-
no balls for you.
No balls anymore.
There's your goddamn geisha dress. Fuck. I don't even.
Oh, you...
I still wish ghost type, like, it wasn't a type. It was just, like, that one thing in red and blue. Yeah, you caught a ghost in a Pokeball. Who the fuck knew you could do that?
Yeah, that's
Wow,
that's
good
actually,
job.
You fuck up the psychic gym, and they're like, what the fuck? Is this legal? Is this moral? What the fuck are you doing?
You were using corpses
Is that a dead Clefairy?
Did you catch a soul? Is this what we can do now?
Yeah, I actually feel that way. Some months ago, maybe a couple of years or something, I was thinking back on that, thinking about how that was like special in first gen, and I was like, man, now we have Pumpkaboo.
There were like only a couple psychic types. Somebody's like, "Oh, OMG, Sabrina, this is bullshit." Like she has all the psychic types. I believe psychic Pokemon are a hive mind. FYI, I don't know if I've explained that.
Probably not.
So she's running a racket, and she's the only one with psychic types. So she dominates, and then you show up with a dead Clefairy and fuck her over. What the shit, man?
I think it's interesting that you live in a universe where I presume there is a machine that teaches a Pokemon how to eat dreams.
Fuck. It's really depressing.